Oh, okay, welcome back to another video. It's the Witcherville again. Um, I know no one really told me a shit for Deku, but one of my friends told me. So it's going to be Uraka. Um, so, so I have another series coming out soon. It'll be soon. It will be a arc series where Deku have to survive the arc. Or if you never played the game Ark Survival Evolve, I say you should play it, but it won't be the main island. I'm going to save that for a surprise. Which island? Me, my friend Juice, and yes, I am giving him a shout out. His he doesn't have a channel, but his Xbox thing is Val Radom A239. That's your shout out, bud, because he helped me with some ideas for an arc and a Doomslayer was I'm thinking about doing one day. It probably won't be this week, maybe next week. So where I left off was where Deku got the acceptance letter and he made into class 1A. So yeah, if you guys wondering how the relationship works with Uraka and Deku, because Deku can't really feel feelings because of the Witcher process in game, the way it works is where the Witcher can't, the person doesn't have feelings and they just wipe that out, I believe, but I'm pretty sure they still can feel compassion for some reason. I don't know how or why. Um, okay. So, yeah, now Deku has his um has made his hero. Honestly, it would be the test. I can't remember what the test name is. Um okay, so when Deku walks into 1A, a I want to say Deku will be able to sense Aizawa sleeping, or at least trying to sleep, because Ida and Baiko are fighting, of course, about um Deku. I mean, Baiko's legs up on the desk, and Deku just didn't really care and just sat down. Then and he felt a tap on his shoulder when he turns around, and surprise, surprise, it's Rocka wanting to thank him for saving her. Deku said this well, it would make sense for a hero to save someone and not leave him left for dead, and and um say nah, just I won't leave a QE like you who die, and just this Uraka just completely turns, just starts blushing at what Deku said, and Uraka just says, "Yeah, thanks still." And Uraka walks to her and sat down. Mind you, still red, and Aizuku Madura knows her being red and blushing pretty much. Alright, so I want to say this when Aizawa stands up and says, uh, and Ida asks who he was, and says, "I'm the homeroom teacher," and then Aizawa says, "It took you guys about a minute to be quiet. For that reason, I'm going to have you guys do a test. Um, I think it was Uraka who raised her hand and asked if they were going to the ceremony, and Aizawa just said no. I get full pretty much permission to run how I want to run my class, and everyone and Uraka starts complain. Everyone starts complaining about it, and Aizawa just says, "As if you don't like it, leave. Also, plus, go get your uniforms on." So Deku just automatically stands up and goes to change, and Aizawa says, "You guys need to follow his role." And and I want to say Uraka was the second to follow Deku, and then everyone and went down to the changing room. I want to say Deku is a lot more buffer, but like he's more lean at the same time. So you just can you can just tell he works out. And Kusama sees this, and just he's thinking, "Oh, he's pretty manly." How he looks. So he goes up to Deku and asks, "So how much weights do you lift?" And Deku says about 300 pounds about, and Kurosama is like, "What? Just what?" And Deku just walks out. Then everyone. Ooh, before Deku walks out, Mena was trying to do his peep and Tom stuff, and Deku just has um I want to say he will punch and block up the hole, and I think that'll be the end of that. So everyone's outside. Um, now, um, um, trying to think. So yeah, Izuku Midori was first in the exchange exam. So Aizawa would say, "Izuku Midori, you're up first for the ball throw because you had the highest score in the extra exam." And Baiko was just furious when he heard that. Uh, he was just, you can tell he was mad. He was starting to pop. Explosions were starting to pop, and Aizawa notices and says, "Knock it off." Oh, and one more thing. If you guys fail, I will expel you. And everyone's eyes just widen, including Menez. Um, if so, I want to say when Izuku Midoriya, jeez, couldn't say his name. Izuku Midoriya was about to throw the ball. I want to say Aizawa did block out his did decide to nullify his quirk, so it won't work. So his original score was I want to say 500 meters. That's how far he got. Or 100 meters. I want to say 100 meters because 500 is a wee bit too far. And Aizawa was pretty impressed, and he said, "Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I'm pretty no recon. I'm pretty sure Aizawa told him originally to not use his quirk, but Deku didn't hear him. But now time for his quirk. Okay, so Deku gets ready with his I can't remember the signs. I was going to look them up, but he used fire one, and that boosted the for excuse me, sorry. All even further. So I want to say he got about. I don't know how far. I don't know how. I don't know meters, but I do know feet. So I want to say maybe 4 4,000 feet would be good. 4,000. And Aizawa says, "Nice." All right. Then of course, Izuku. I want to say Izuku got at least third place. Is for Bago beating him and Uraraka, of course, getting Infinity. Can't be Infinity. Alright, time for the sprinting test. I'm going to just do a little mean to Ida, since I'm not really a big fan of Ida, but I'm still want to be in class 1A. So, Deku use his quirk that can slow down the enemies, but he's slowing down on the people who are right next to him in the race. And when Aizawa said go, Ida and I don't know who else Deku will be racing, will be slowed down on, and Ida will be like, what the heck is going on? I want to say Deku would get first place because of first place because of that, because of his little trick, and just like everyone, just Ida thinking was Izuku, which he's right. All right. I think all of our tests will go as canon, but it, the only thing that won't be going canon, that is Mineta expelled. Yes, I'm going to give him a lot of bad luck. You see what I mean? So, I want to who should I put in 1A? I don't exactly remember the girl with the hands that can make her hands big, but I want to say she's in 1A now. So what happened? So when you might be wondering what happened to Mineta, well, his luck was pretty much running out, and I'm going to tell you what happened. Well, he died. If you want to know, wondering how, it's going to be very gory. So, yeah, he was basically run over, or run over. I'm going to add a little comedy to this. The guy just backs up over him, just thinking there wasn't bump normally, just going back and forth, just making sure there's a bump now, and he just drew off, just like that. I was thinking Manel was probably halfway home, so yeah. Now Manel has been killed off. I just don't like him, so that's why I killed him. Next is what? Heroes versus villains. Alright, this one's going to be a nice little changer. So instead of Bago and Nida, I want to say will be Bago and Kirishima, and Midora and Uraraka are going to be the same. So yeah. This is, yeah, if you guys don't know, this is Deku's hero costume. He does have two swords, so yeah. And when Deku walks in the building, actually no, they were discussing a plan before, and Deku was asking what Rocka's quirk does, because I don't think I ever explained Rocka's quirk to Midoriya. and see, it says my quirk is gravity, so you can um like make people go afloat, basically. Very gravity, and um um I want to say, to ask Deku what his quirk is. Deku just say Witcher. Just what his quirk does is he has a sense which he calls Witcher sense. He's able to see pretty much any type of footprints, and smell, has a very good smell and very good seeing. Um and he has a rune type of, like, ain't a magic rune, but he does base it off of, like, he does have to make symbols. So, the rune of fire, the rune of slowness, and I want to give him another rune. I know there's 3 of them, 4 of them. So his new rune, I say I'm going to give him both runes now. The one with the shield and the mind control one. So yeah, so he just unlocked those. I'm going to make it where when he does unlock them now. So yeah, just says of a fire type of rune and a slow type of rune. So, ooh, wait, I didn't give anyone one for all. Oh, no, forget it. I'm just giving to Muriel. Forget it. So Deku, tell Raka, Raka might be just coming straight after me. So yeah, and he said, "Get behind me and just follow me. I'll probably distract him while you go give a bomb." But a little as Deku knows, he's going to be fighting Kurosuma and Barugo at the same time. So this is how I'm going to make it work. Get both bellies. So they were walking in, and all they hear is Barugo screaming, "Get out of here, you damn nerd!" and just blowing up everything. And Deku said, "Yep, as predicted." As little as he knew, he heard Kirosuma's voice saying, "Barugo, you really need to calm down." He's like, "Okay, this is perfect. This is completely perfect." Um, mm, so now it's time for a fight scene. Ooh, I want to say, Deku has runes on it. Honestly, no runes on his sword. I'm thinking giving that to his dad for his father can upgrade his sword even more. If you don't know who's Dora's father is, it's Geralt. Yes, Geralt Midoriya. I know it ain't catchy, but so I want to add Geralt in some way. I can't remember another person I want added, so I'll probably add her later. Going alright, back to the video. Okay, so I want to make it where Bakugo does throw explosion, and Deku use shield for the first time, making a bubble around Baraka and him, protecting both of them from the blast. And Kurosuma, what happens to this? Deku just makes a random sign and says, and just tells Kurosuma to fight Bakugo. And that's basically how Deku unlocked the shield and the iron. I know you guys might not like it how I did, but it's too late now. Um, what else? Do, 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 do. Um, oh yeah, Uraraka shuts the bomb and heroes win, and Deku stops controlling Kirishima. So yeah, that's how it ends. Now I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a USJ attack. Forget. Um, yes. One more thing before I get into the US. J attack. This video will be probably very gory at this point. So 18 probably plus at this point, because what I'm going to do is very, very gory. Alright. So, when everyone. So, the next day, I believe, yeah, the next day, Aizawa told the class they were going on a field trip to a special area that they have set up for saving people. So, they all went on the bus and everything. I want to say Suyu start talking about quirks and whatever, and she realized she never figured out what Deku's quirk is, because she only seen the 2 runes I gave Deku. So she asked Deku, what is his quirk? And Deku just simply say, oh, it's known as Witcher. Which he explains his quirk. I'm not going to rerun it for you guys again. His main abilities of the Witcher Sense, the all the signs. So that's it. And she then asks, what are the swords for part of you? Swords are. Deku says, "Oh, my father gave these to me. When he got back, he got back like I want to say, yeah, about a couple months, like 10 months ago. So before the entrance exam, and everyone saying, "Ooh, that's so cool. What does your father do?" He's in the military, and he's not exactly sure what he does though. When they arrive at the USJ, Deku started to sense something because of his witcher sense. He could smell more than one people, and he told Aizawa this, and Aizawa says okay, and Aizawa does trust Deku since he's not really that much of a troublemaker, and calls I'm trying to remember principal's name. Can't remember his name. If you guys know the principal's name, let me know, please. I have pretty bad memory, and I did watch the series, so yeah. He called the principal and let him know something ain't right here, and because was one of the students says there's more than one person here inside already. So, yeah, that happened. So, as they walked into the USJ, a 13 was there and just telling them how dangerous quirks were. I want to say Deku wasn't really paying attention. He had his eyes dead set on in the middle of the area. So yeah. After I want to say like 2-3 minutes, we got bored of waiting, and all the villains came out, and Deku just jumped right into it with Mr. Aizawa, as Aizawa says, "Everyone stay back," and Deku says, "Too late." and just starts fighting. He hasn't pulled his swords out yet because those are lethal, and Deku doesn't want to go lethal quite yet. All right, it's time for Venomo to come out. Ooh, yes, I'm going to have a pretty fun idea for Venomo. Nomu, this is the most glorious part of the video, so just so you know, if your scream is of blood, gore, or anything like that, please start away now. So Segurai, when Venomo came out, so Rocky um um tells was Venomo to kill Deku, aka kill that kid, or what he says. Um when the Nomu starts going to Deku, it's when Deku just pop out his swords and just run towards it. And when he knows the Nomu coming towards him. Yeah. I wanna say it is legal to kill villains only if necessary. At this point it's getting pretty much close to necessary. Is actually of a necessary part, which they do not like to kill. Honestly, All Might do not like to kill villains now. He won't do that when it gets to that point. I think the only point he did that to is All For One. So yeah, back to the main story itself. Deku was starting to slice up Venomu. He cut off the arms and just when he first cut off the arms, blood went everywhere, just covering Midoriya's face. And then the arms started to regenerate as Deku's just cutting into this thing, just cutting into it. And the dumbest mistake that I know Sakurai ever did was telling how to defeat Venomu. He's just told Midoriya, you can't beat Venomu. He has Sock Super Raisin, healing, Super Range Isolation, pretty much, and Super Strength and Super Speed. And Deku just notices brain explodes. So what Deku did was cut the brain. He stabbed into the brain, killing Venomu. I I believe Sagaraki was trying to go grab Izuku, but Izuku cuts off Sagaraki's hand, and that's when Kagiri said nope and take both of them out. And on my arrive a little bit earlier because of the call Aizawa gave to Principal Nezu. That's his name. Yep, got Principal Nezu. And I want to say the rest of all the other heroes came in, and the yes, the accident happened. That's how it happened, and so this is the end of my secondary veil. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great time.